I'm sorry, I thought he was gonna say I list over nachos. Alright, that'll be one.
Ew!
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Hey, ¿qué pasa, majes? It's your boy Dayron.
And your favorite weekend, Jose. Welcome back to a brand new video for the channel. As you guys know, it's the middle of October, and yes, we are a bit late, but we wanted to make a video specifically for this season.
That's right, we're doing a spooky reaction video. We're gonna be reacting to Mr. Nightmare, bro.
Let's go.
If y'all don't know who Mr. Nightmare is, thank God. Mr. Nightmare does scary horror stories on YouTube. Some are real, some are from like Reddit and stuff like that. But either way, them bitches be mad scary. I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
Mr. Nightmare is a channel that I used to watch back then, but I'm not really the scary horror genre type, and neither is he.
Yeah, we're not.
But fuck it, we're gonna do it anyways for y'all.
Exactly, it's all for y'all. But before we get into it, let's let the mood, you know.
Actually, yeah. How about we just clap? I think that kind of works, right?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. There we go. That's much better.
Bro, we got a candle right here for this setup. We got the Jesus candle. You feel me?
Hey,
may Jesus protect us, bro.
It's setting the mood. It looks kind of nice. Not gonna lie. Fuck with this lighting.
It is.
So 3 disturbing, true, scary stories. Are they truly scary? Let's find out.
True scary stories. Story 1 by Megan.
This is gonna sound weird, but bear with me. When I was in high school, there was a kid who told everyone he was a demon. I don't feel comfortable even writing his name for reasons you'll soon understand. I'm just gonna call him Patrick, even though his name sounds like something out of a Shakespeare play. He was extremely socially awkward and walked around with a super empty stare that made even teachers uncomfortable. He wore the same blank gray hoodie literally every single day. I'm not exaggerating. I'm pretty sure he never washed the thing, since he always smelled terrible too. He was decently short and pretty average looking, although you wouldn't be able to tell since he always had his hood up.
Wait, hold on, why are they roasting him? Wait, yo, wait. Why it sounded like he was just busting on him? It was supposed to be scary, but they just kept describing him in detail.
Yo, shit, bro. Bro, the only scary part about this is someone getting roasted so bad.
It was just like, yeah, he's short, no bitches, broke. Like, yeah, alright. No, but alright, that was funny.
Oh, fuck, bro. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna go a little back, but my god, that was funny.
Yo.
Too. He was decently short and pretty average looking, although you wouldn't be able to tell since he always had his hood up. He never took his sunglasses off, even inside. Teachers eventually stopped asking him to because he would never listen anyway. Now comes the weird stuff. He didn't have any friends, but had this weird tendency to adopt people. What I mean by that is, if he liked you, which he could decide randomly one day, he would walk up to you and say, "You're adopted," meaning you were part of his circle or whatever.
What?
Apparently this would make you safe from him or something. That's at least what he'd say about it. He didn't really like that many people though, so few people were ever really adopted. I was one of those few. Looking back, it was probably because he had a crush on me. None of us believed his demon spiel, and everyone just assumed he was a troubled kid, which he definitely was. Oh yeah, I should probably mention that this all takes place in Wayne, Pennsylvania, which is where I grew up.
Oh my gosh.
Another girl I used to be friends with, Gabby, had also been adopted by him. Patrick's crush on her was a little more obvious, and all my friends knew it. One day, my friends and I were chilling on the dugouts behind our high school, killing time and doing God knows what. It was me, Gabby, Laura, and Luke. I can't exactly remember how it happened, but the topic of conversation floated over to Patrick's crush on Gabby. We were all laughing about it, and Gabby was pretty obviously embarrassed. I can't remember what it was, but there was a nickname we'd substitute for Patrick's name, because his real name was too clunky. This time though, I distinctly remember Laura using Patrick's real name. The third time she said it, I swear in my life that Patrick appeared out of nowhere and jumped on top of the dugout with a baseball bat in his hand.
What the fuck?
It wasn't scary in a typical sense, but it was one of the most unsettling things I'd ever seen up until that point. We quickly stopped talking, nervous that he might have overheard us talking about him. He didn't say anything though, and just stared at us. I gave him a little wave, and he nodded in acknowledgement at me before jumping back down to the ground and swiftly walking away. After we were sure he was gone, the four of us burst into laughter, finding humor in how weird the whole encounter was. On the inside though, I was still a little disturbed. The next incident I can remember was significantly more creepy and impossible to laugh about. I was literally in Laura's house, and the two of us were hanging out in her room. Her parents were home. I'm not sure what exactly we were talking about, but again, Patrick's name was said 3 times between the two of us. Not 10 minutes later, we heard Laura's front door slam shut. Confused, we went downstairs to see if one of our other friends had decided to pull up. Laura was friends with everyone, and her parents were super chill, so people came and went unannounced when it came to her house. Laura's mom had beaten us to the door though. We turned the corner of the living room and stared in shock at Patrick, who was just standing there, talking to Laura's mom. She asked him what he was doing there, to which he literally replied, "I was summoned." Laura's mom made some small talk
No. No.
with him before politely asking him to leave, which he silently did. The reason why more alarm bells weren't going off was because Laura's mom actually knew Patrick and pitied him. Laura and I weren't as calm about the situation though. As we walked back up the stairs, we talked to each other with horrified faces about how creepy that was. A few minutes later, we made the connection between the two events. He seemed to pop up when his name was uttered 3 times. I know how ridiculous this sounds, but we had both witnessed 2 unexplainable events and knew Patrick's history of claiming to be a demon. How else could someone else rationalize what had taken place? We told all of our friends about the incident the next day, and our friend group swore to never say his name 3 times in one conversation again. Things were going well for a few months, and I started to think that maybe I had overreacted. That is, until one day, when my same group of friends were hanging out at my other friend Johnny's house. We were chilling on his back deck when the topic of conversation again found itself concerning Patrick. Despite all of our efforts to convince him, Johnny refused to believe what we told him about Patrick. Even after confirming the story with the entire group, he was still skeptical. To display his disbelief, he jokingly used Patrick's name 3 times in the same sentence, to our dismay. When nothing happened, he grinned and told us we were stupid to believe something so ridiculous. As annoyed as I was, part of me was relieved that he hadn't shown up. I spoke too soon though, because a few minutes later, Patrick jumped over Johnny's backyard fence.
What?
Johnny noticed him first and stopped speaking mid-sentence. The rest of us followed suit and went dead silent, nervous about what Patrick might do this time. We watched as he stared at us for a few seconds before jumping back over the fence and disappearing out of sight. Johnny started freaking out and accused us of conspiring with Patrick to scare him. We told him that we literally begged him not to say anything. We sat in silence for a while before Johnny eventually told us all to go home, clearly shaken from the experience. The last experience I had concerning Patrick was definitely the scariest and most disturbing. It was the only one where I felt like my life might have actually been in danger. A few months after the incident at Johnny's house, I was home alone one night. My parents rarely left the house back then, so this was a rare occurrence. I decided to take advantage of the situation and invited a boy over whom I'd been talking to. He was kind of a tool, but so were most of the guys I was talking to at that age. We were hanging out in my room, and it was lightly raining outside. After a while, he mentioned something about Patrick, which made me visibly cringe. He got confused, so I explained the situation to him. He burst out laughing and told me he was going to say Patrick's name to scare me. I begged him not to, but he did it anyway. Only this time, he didn't just say it. He literally screamed Patrick's name 3 times at the top of his lungs. There was no delay this time. The moment
Bro, it's GG's.
Some people just never learn.
He finished yelling, I could hear the rain instantly pick up outside. A few seconds later, there was a flash of lightning. I started to freak out. The guy I was with actually seemed sorry and told me it was probably just an extremely unlikely coincidence. I cursed him out and ran to my window to look at the storm. I glanced down to look at my driveway and screamed when I saw a silhouette of a person looking up at my window. It was too dark and stormy to know for sure, but I was 99% certain that it was Patrick. I shut the blinds and rushed downstairs to make sure all the doors were locked. After locking the back door, I saw that person again. Only this time, he was standing motionlessly in my front yard. I felt a panic attack coming on, and I knew Patrick was going to find a way inside my house. I started screaming, "But I'm adopted," over and over again, hoping that would do something. I know there was no way he'd have been able to hear me, but my brain was all over the place at that point.
Fuck.
The guy I was with ran down the stairs a few seconds later and picked me up off the kitchen floor in an attempt to comfort me. I looked out the window again, and he was gone. The storm was still coming down like crazy though, but it's not like I was going to search the property anyway. The next morning, after that guy had left, I went out to inspect my yard. To my horror, I found something sinister in the far corner of my backyard. It was Patrick's hoodie, and wrapped inside of it were a couple random belongings of mine that I assumed I lost. My parents were gone another day, and I was too scared to call the police. I figured I'd show my parents what I had found after school the next day, and they'd take it from there. I never had to, though. The next day, Patrick didn't show up to school. He didn't show up the day after that either. None of us ever saw him again, and no one knew what happened to him. My parents still live in the same house, which is something I think about a lot. I know this isn't your typical scary story, but I'm not sure where else to vent about this. A few people from school told me they caught Patrick hiding and eavesdropping on their conversations, which could explain how he was able to show up out of nowhere. As I've grown older and thought back on the whole thing, I think what makes the most sense is Patrick was just a mentally ill stalker who followed me and possibly other girls around. That's why he was always able to appear when his...
I don't know about that, guys. This is like imagine you're showering, and then for some reason you're on FaceTime with your bro, and then you're like, no, yeah, Patrick's kind of weird. But remember that day Patrick did that? Yeah, and by the third time,
alright, bro. Like, you know,
he just pops in. It's like, bro, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
His name was brought up.
Yeah.
It skeeves me out just imagining him following me around all over the place, listening to me. I don't even want to wonder where he is today.
I wouldn't want to wonder either, but what you should do is keep a gun. Yes, and keep a gun with you.
That's creepy. That's unsettling. That really is unsettling because it's like,
yeah, especially knowing like I feel like a lot of us had the weird kid in class, but having something get to this extreme is like, yeah, it's just like I guess I'm gonna transfer schools.
Yeah, be like,
nonchalantly,
right, yeah,
like,
I guess shoot, might move countries, you feel me?
Yeah, might like just go back to Puerto Rico. Alright guys, a little switch up. We found more Mr. Nightmare videos, but this time animated, just to get a little more immersive. This is like level 2, you know? Yeah. We already went with the voiceover, and yeah, I mean, honestly, just fuck Patrick. Just get away from me. But let's see how good this one is. We got a hitchhiking story. So let's get to it.
3 months after I turned 16 in 2005, I got my first car, a 99 Toyota Camry. On a warm Saturday night, when my friend Alex invited me over to one of his friend's big parties, I knew I wouldn't be in a condition to drive the Camry home afterward. So we carpooled with Alex's girlfriend Brianna. We lived in the countryside of Virginia, meaning less big parties. Meaning when there was a big party, it was a huge deal and everyone would go.
Yeah, 'cause it's kind of dead.
We lived about 5 to 10 minutes away from this kid's house. I knew where he lived as I was acquainted with him, but not exactly friends. The whole ride there, we took the same 2-lane highway type road through the woods, and this kid's house was actually on this road further down. At certain points on this road, there were a few houses on either side, and then it would just go back to being a long, empty highway again. The house was tiny, like a lot of houses around the area, but the party was held outside anyways, since his closest neighbors were relatively far away, and noise wasn't an issue.
Oh nah, bro. Not like that.
I'll skip most of the party up until the point that Brianna, who was supposed to be our designated driver, had to suddenly leave for a small family emergency. Alex said it was fine and that we'd find a ride home.
No,
well, fast forward another few hours and another few drinks, and I could barely even walk straight. I checked my watch, and it was like 2 in the morning. I figured it was time to go.
Yeah,
I started looking for Alex, but I couldn't find him anywhere. In fact, it seemed like everybody I knew had already left. I could barely
I
even
hope he
think
could.
straight, but I was still furious at the fact that Alex could have actually left without me. I asked to use the party host's phone and dialed Alex's home number. After 2 tries, I gave up and then realized I shouldn't wake his family up.
Damn.
So, literally not knowing what else to do, I dizzily stepped out onto the road and began walking back home. I knew
Bro,
this walk would
2
take
a.m.?
anywhere from half an hour to an hour in my condition. Maybe after 15 minutes of walking down the road, the slight shine of car headlights on the road was fading in from behind me.
Oh.
Jumping for joy inside, I lifted up my arm and stuck out my thumb. As the car neared, it slowed down and came to a stop right next to me. The man driving the '98 Ford Explorer rolled down the window and asked where you headed. I told him my house was just down the road and beyond a right turn, probably slurring my words beyond comprehension. He chuckled and told me to hop in. I thanked him and joyously hopped into the truck. I was exhausted, and I remember completely disregarding things the guy was asking me because I was so close to just passing out. And that's what happened. The memories of being in that truck turned to a fog as I'm sure I passed out.
Sleeping in the car be hitting.
The next thing I remember, I woke up still in the moving truck. The guy looked at me and laughed, but didn't say anything. I looked around and realized the road we were on wasn't familiar. I nervously asked, where are we going? He then said, so what were you doing out this late anyway?
Bro, come on.
As the man answered my very straightforward question with another irrelevant question, the sobering reality of the situation hit me. You can let me out anywhere, I told the man. The man responded with a firm no.
Bro.
I felt like throwing up.
Bro. Grown man? Like, if I'm not sober, I'm about to be. We're gonna have to scrap.
No, yeah.
And we might crash, but fuck it.
For real.
As he said that. No, I really actually felt like I was going to throw up. I started to gag as I felt more and more nauseous by the second. The man took his eyes off the road to look at me, and that's when I thought of the perfect distraction. I turned in his direction as I continued to gag, and he started to kind of lean away and slow down the car. Thankfully, I drank as much as I did because I finally threw up and made a point of doing it all over the man's lap. The man yelled in frustration and stopped the car, and that's when I took it upon myself to run for my life into the woods and duck behind a few bushes. The man came following into the woods with a flashlight, and on 2 separate occasions, he shined the light straight over me without noticing. Eventually, I heard his footsteps walk even further into the woods past me. That was when I ran back to his truck, but unfortunately, he was smart enough to lock it.
God damn it. That was
By some miracle, I saw another car approaching in the distance, and I ran out into the middle of the street, waving my arms like a lunatic. The car tried to avoid me, but I wouldn't let it. They were forced to stop, and I yelled at them to help me before they came back. Once I told them that I was kidnapped by the man who was driving that Ford Explorer, the driver agreed to give me a lift. Not to the police station or anything, but to my house. I made it back safely where I couldn't thank the driver enough. I immediately woke up my parents and told them. My dad wanted to know if I got his tag number, and then I felt like punching myself in the face. I failed to get the simplest information from the guy that would have allowed me to actually properly report him. All I knew was that he drove a faded blue '99 Ford Explorer. I made sure to give Alex a piece of my mind, and part of me always held a grudge
Alex,
against
what the
him ever
fuck?
since just for abandoning me at a party without telling me.
Come on, bro.
I haven't seen him in 4 years now, however, and this was actually the first time I even thought about this incident for almost a year now. As time goes on, even the worst of memories may start to fade, but after writing this to share with the internet, it's once again fresh in my mind.
Ooh, that's bright. Wow. Holy. Hey, look.
Yo.
This kind of reminds me a bit of the movie Get Out. The whole thing with like the car and the guy not knowing his thing and then having to like, yo, just brawl. But I mean, he was drunk.
No.
But then,
No,
yo,
yeah.
he got sober real quick when
No, he did. He was like, wait. Where the fuck are we?
Yeah, at
Like,
first he was like, are we home yet? Wait.
yeah, he was like, wait. Oh, wait, this road doesn't look familiar. Where are we?
And then dude was just like, no. What?
Yeah. Like, what? Yo, that was smart of him to be like, just like,
no, yeah, like, you better throw up anyways. Just
exactly.
throw up all over him.
For real.
But it could have turned out much worse if
it could have. It really
if the dude was like a real psychopath. Like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. Where are you?
Yo, no, that would have been wild.
All right, guys. Third and final video. This is the last level. Let's see what this is about. It's called The Woman.
It was a late, moonless, snowy night. I heard the chilling cry of a bobcat as I arrived home from my parents' house, where we had just had Thanksgiving dinner in northern Michigan. Exhausted, I had finally made it to my bed when my pregnant girlfriend asked for nacho cheese munchies. Reluctantly, I laced up my boots and went to my car. Due to the cold, it took me a while to start.
I'm sorry, I thought he was gonna say I list up her nachos. Alright, that'll be wilding. Reluctantly, I laced her nachos. Now, fuck, I don't know why I'm finding some of the things that they say funny. Let me.
Exhausted, I had finally made it to my bed when my pregnant girlfriend asked for nacho cheese munchies. Reluctantly, I laced up my boots and went to my car. Due to the cold, it took me a while to start the car, which only made me more irritated. But eventually I got it started, and I arrived at the convenience store to retrieve my girlfriend's mandated snacks. As I left the store, walking back towards my car, I saw a shadow of movement out of the corner of my eye.
Come on, bro.
What looked like a person stood near the dumpster, just out of the light. I stepped towards the figure, and she looked at me with a giant, sinister smile. Her face was so leathered, it looked like she had cracks all over her face. She was crouched down and appeared to be chewing on something. I looked to see what she was chewing on. To my surprise, it was a severed arm.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn, we really jumped. Yo. That was not tame at all.
Alright, bro.
Oh shit. Damn, this one's getting real. Alright. I did not expect that.
No, allow it, bro. No. Fuck, bro.
Oh, so that face? Yo,
bro,
editor, zoom in on that. That's wild.
That creepy ass, bro. What the fuck?
As if it had been rotting for weeks. I saw her glance at something in her pocket. I could see the outline of what looked like a pocket knife. As soon as I looked back up, she quickly charged me. I pushed her away and then ran back to the convenience store. I burst through the door and frantically yelled towards the cashier to call the police as I turned to lock it. He asked me, "What's going on?" I scowled at him and said, "Please, just call the cops." I looked back outside and saw the woman had moved across the street and was still scrutinizing me as she maintained her malevolent grin. "Look, there's a girl out there who's trying to kill me." Looking over me, he replied, "I don't see anyone out there, sir."
No! Fuck me! No! Not that I don't see it! Bro, that would cook me so bad, bro.
No, bro.
No, bro, because it reminds me of this other movie. But, bro, I would hate it to be in a situation where I'm literally tripping balls and you're saying that I'm a lunatic because you can't see it.
Exactly.
Ah, damn it, bro.
Bro, that's like what I don't want to hear. You feel
like,
me?
What girl? Oh my god, bro. Shut the fuck up. Now I'm crazy.
Alright, bro, give me the...
Yeah, like, dame la pistola.
Those words shook me, even to this day.
They shook me too.
When the police reached the gas station, they began looking around for the woman while one of the officers asked me what had happened, and I told him the details of the encounter. One of the officers came back and said he couldn't find anything. I then took them back to where I first noticed her. We spent a few minutes intently searching, but there was no proof she was ever even there. The officer cocked his head and looked at me as if I was deranged and asked me in a judgmental tone, "Are you feeling okay?" I was about to
Oh my
defend
gosh.
myself, and then I started to think. I am tired, and I have had a couple of drinks, so I just told him, "Yes, sir. Sorry for bothering you. I hope you have a nice night." And then I drove home. I got home at around 4 o'clock in the morning. My girlfriend greeted me with an angered but concerning tone of voice. She asked me,
Where were you? Are you okay?
so I told her everything that happened. Of course, she didn't believe me. I couldn't get to sleep that night. I sat in my bed questioning my sanity, wondering if it was all even real. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm just tired. But no, that can't be it. I saw it. But if I saw it, why was there no proof? Where did the arm go? Where did she go? Before I knew it,
There's blood
it was
too,
7 in the
I'm
morning, and I had to go to work. I threw on my jacket as I
Sounds
was
like
about
me.
to head to the construction site, and I put my hand in my pocket and noticed that there was a hole in it. It wasn't there the other day. I thought, what if she caught my jacket as I ran? Which further proves my suspicion that she was real.
Oh shit.
I couldn't believe it. My mind completely went wild.
Bro, this is like dwindling between real and fake.
Yeah.
Like
Fuck.
he saw her, nobody saw her, but now there's evidence that she is physical.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Until my girlfriend kissed me goodbye. I told my friends at work what had happened, and they didn't believe me either. They made jokes about it the
Classic.
entire day. I had my
even more
bowling
classic.
tournament that
Just
day, so
clowning
that
on
gave me
you.
something to look forward to. I got home and hung my vest and jacket up and rapidly put on my bowling shoes and got my bowling ball. My girlfriend looked at me with a pleasant
Right.
smile and said,
When will you be back?
"Probably around 11.
Don't be long.
I won't, don't worry."
W girl.
At around 10:30, the tournament had finally finished, and we had won. I was so thrilled I had
Hey.
forgotten about the woman. As we were leaving, I noticed something at the other end of the parking lot. It was that
No.
psychotic woman. We stared at each other for
Wait.
what felt like an eternity. She slowly started moving towards me while waving her knife in the air and making cuts. I
Bro,
quickly
what?
jumped into my car and turned it on. As I looked up, I saw
Bro,
her
get the
standing
fuck
in
out
front
of
of
there.
me,
Or yeah.
staring at me. She slowly walked
Nah,
over
fuck
to
it.
my
Hit
window,
that bitch.
and she said in a quiet,
Bro.
deep, and scratchy voice,
Little pig, let me in.
What?
frozen
Bro,
with fear.
get out.
But I snapped back to reality when she banged on the roof of my car, screaming. I quickly
Hell.
slammed my foot on the
Bro,
accelerator
fucking just-
and
yeah,
didn't let
press on
off
that
it
shit.
until I couldn't see her anymore. When I arrived home, I told my girlfriend what had happened. Like last time,
Bro.
she didn't believe me. I really thought I was insane,
Fuck.
but I tried to forget about
Oh, bro, I'll be like, nobody believes me. Fuck, I'm suffering alone.
it and get some sleep. Later that night, I woke up and saw her in my room.
Yo!
Oh, no,
Wait, wait, wait.
no.
I had to process that for a second. Let me rewind. Did I hear that correctly? How did we jump from 0 to 10?
0 to 10, bro. That's like 0 to a million.
You're right. But, like, did I hear that
Sleep.
correctly?
Later that night, I woke up and saw her in my room. All she said was, "Let me in," over and over.
Wait,
As she got
what?
closer, she then started shouting,
Let me in, let me in.
She's saying let me in, but she's in the room.
Let me in. Come on, Paul. Stop being difficult.
I
Bro!
was wondering how in the world my girlfriend hadn't heard this going on. The
Yo!
woman was right next to me and held up a knife to me. That's when I fainted. I woke startled in my
Bro.
room, dripping with sweat. Then I remembered I don't have a girlfriend, nor a house, or a
What?
family.
Come on, Paul. It's time for your morning meds. Let me in.
Yo! That was a crazy plot twist! That was a crazy plot twist! Damn!
Yo.
Paul, it's time for your morning meds. Yo, wait, that was actually a good one, bro.
No, yeah, bro, no.
That was a good one. What?
Yo.
Bro, when he said then, I remember they don't have a girlfriend.
I'm like, bro.
Or a house.
Or a house. Or a family. I'm like, alright, bro. GG's. Bro.
Give it up. Oh my god. Wait, hold up. Wait, should we turn these back on?
Yeah, fuck it, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta turn these
Wait.
bitches on.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's much better.
Oh, much better, bro.
But-
fuck it. Finna sleep with all the lights on, bro. I don't care how high the electricity bill is. Fuck it, no.
Bro, yeah, turn it on. Even the ones we're not using. Go to the bathroom, turn it on.
Exactly.
Yo,
Bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like how each video was taking it up a notch.
Yeah.
Man, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
was
god.
wild. That was wild, bro. But anyway. Hope y'all enjoyed the video, bro. Cause goddamn, bro.
Yeah,
We got our shits fucked, bro. I'm gonna hold
Yeah,
you,
I
bro.
hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all
Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, share, all that jazz.
All
you
of it.
feel me? This has been your boy Dayron,
and your boy Jose.
and we'll catch y'all next week.
Peace out, y'all.